First up today, we're in the kitchen cooking with Thunder Bay Grille. The holidays are for get-togethers, you know, office parties, family reunions, even a cozy night at home.
So Chef Mike Stigler is back. Hear that sizzle with a perfect space to gather in and get your holiday mood. Now sizzle it up.
I love
Don't
it.
Shy it.
Sizzle it up.
I don't want to hurt you.
Don't dim your sizzle for us.
This is one of our all-time favorites. I'm glad you're making this today. This is fantastic.
Yeah, that's why I'm not afraid to do it more than once on the show, because everybody seems to love it. It's one of our favorites out at the restaurant, and it's perfect for this time of year because it's a dish that you can either come into the restaurant if you're just with one other person or by yourself, get a small portion. If you come in with a group of 50 people, we can make a big portion and put it out that way. So it works for multiple different occasions.
Well, that's cool because you do cozy up for 2 people right by the fireplace, or you can accommodate up to 150 people in a party.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, it's, you know, holiday time is time for parties, and we can definitely accommodate you out there. We got multiple fireplaces. We have multiple rooms to accommodate different size groups. We also do caterings, you know, a lot of off-site things. So if you want to have your Christmas party at home, still want Thunder Bay Grille food, we can bring it to you. Or we also do pickups. So if you wanted to have your party at home, you don't want us stepping foot in your house, you can come on out, pick it up at the restaurant, bring it home, pretend like you cooked it yourself. We won't tell anybody.
I love that. You have private rooms. You have open dining spaces for bigger groups. You also have a bunch of cozy fireplaces for people to gather around and enjoy something during this colder weather.
Yeah, and we have a huge bar area too. So, I mean, even if you just want to come out with some co-workers after work, come on out, sit in the bar area, get something to eat, have a couple of drinks, you know, spread some holiday cheer. We're there.
All right. Awesome. So this is your seafood fondue.
Seafood fondue, yeah. And we're making a big batch, so I got my big pan today. So we started off with a little bit of oil in the pan. We got some mushrooms going in the pan. To that, we are going to add some shrimp. So these are shrimp that have been chopped up a little bit, and they're peeled and deveined, obviously, so they don't have any of that stuff on there that you don't want to eat. And we're going to go ahead and toss those around a little bit, too. And then we've got some crawfish. This is crawfish tail meat, which is going to help to give it a nice little depth of flavor,
easy
too.
To find?
It is fairly easy to find if you know the right people, like I do. Empire Fish, actually, right here in Milwaukee carries it, and you can get it in like little 1-pound packages with just the tail meat. If you want.
If you didn't want this, is there something that you could sub that would be good?
You could leave that out, or you could use scallops. We've done it with scallop meat before. If you really wanted to get seasonal and do something extra special, you could do it with lobster tail meat or something like that. Yeah, so we've got our shrimp, we've got our crawfish, we've got our mushrooms all sizzling along in there, and you might have seen them add some Cajun seasoning in here. So this is just a little bit of cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, black pepper, salt, onion powder, all mixed together in there. If you were making this at home, you could leave that out if that wasn't really your thing. And then we are going to add to that some cheese sauce. So this is...
That looks like the hard part, because getting cheese sauce to look like that is not easy.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you really have to kind of nurse it along. I mean, people always ask, like, what's the recipe for your cheese sauce?
Secret?
I mean, you have to make a roux first, which is your flour and butter. You know, you whisk that all together, let that all cook, and then you add heavy cream to it, you know, and then you add your cheese to it after you get that to the consistency that you want. Yeah, shredded is usually the way to go, and usually if you add a little bit of American cheese in there with it, because American melts so well, you know, or if you wanted to, you could use Velveeta, because we all know Velveeta is fantastic. And then add in some shredded cheddar cheese. I would just stay away from something like mozzarella, provolone, because that's kind of stringy. You know, it's not going to give you that smooth texture.
Use in there? American?
This has got American and cheddar cheese. Yep, American for the meltability and cheddar for the flavor. So we let that all come together like this, bubble up. Add a little tiny little splash of sherry wine in there to give it a little bit of extra flavor, because a little bit of wine makes everything better.
All right.
Let that all cook together for a second.
All right, now I want to ask you while you're doing that, if people call the restaurant right now, what they should do if they want to book a bigger group. So they've got coworkers, they've got friends, they've got family, they want to get together, whether it's open dining or by the fireplace or whatever.
Oh my God.
They call your banquet manager, right, Jackie, and just say, hey, I've got this size group, what can you put together for me?
You bet, yeah. Call up and ask to talk to Jackie, and she'd be more than happy to talk with you and get all the details worked out of whether we want to do a group in the restaurant, whether you want to get a reservation for a small group of people, whether you want to do a catering off-site, like I mentioned, that we're doing plenty of as well. If you want to set up a pickup type of order where you come out to the restaurant and pick it up yourself, call the restaurant, ask to talk to Jackie. If she's not there, one of our other managers would be more than happy to help you out, and we can work out all the details.
You're so naughty.
Awesome. Yeah,
I'm a naughty boy.
This and your, what is the other one I like? Your shrimp remoulade.
Shrimp remoulade.
These are my 2 favorite things you make.
Shrimp remoulade is coming up in February for Mardi Gras. And yeah, seafood fondue. You can see the orange is the crawfish in there. You've got the shrimp in there. Yeah, it's delicious. It's
in my
easy.
belly.
Comes with a loaf of crusty bread like that. Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, here's the information while Tiff gives it a taste. You can call the restaurant right now at 262-523-4244.
Oh my gosh.
Ask for the banquet manager, Jackie. She'll be happy to take care of you, answer any questions that you may have about booking your holiday party at Thunder Bay Grille, which is located in Pewaukee at exit 294, just off of I-94 and Highway 164.
I'm going to eat it as soup.
Good stuff. I love it. Thank you so much,
Thank
Mike.
you.
Appreciate it.